many of y'all got my empowerment deck book, my empowerment cards, self-affirmation cards? That's one of the cards. That's one of the things that I say in the morning to get me jump started every now and then. And you feel like incredible. You feel incredible. I have the power! Hey, look, I did this one time. I got up early in the morning, I went outside my neighborhood, and that's what I did. I just did the whole neighborhood.
They call it Captain.
And I just want you to know how powerful this is. Who are the Clubhouse? Clubhouse, it's like almost like a group meet where you can get on, everybody just talk. And there was like daily meetings where people from all over the nation would just talk. And we would do this self-affirmation in the morning journey. And I got everybody hooked on that. So I want to do something real quick. I want to wake up Top Golf. I want to wake up Top Golf. And I want to wake y'all up because some of y'all were up real late. I'm not going to name no names. Some of y'all were up real late and y'all were cutting up, but I'm not even going to talk about y'all. So this is what I want to do. Get on your feet. If you remember He-Man, look man, He-Man went hard. He-Man did not listen. He was a little kid, then when he did his thing, he turned into, what car we at? He turned into that brother right there. He turned into him. Can you imagine that? Imagine Rasan. And then Rasan turns into Kareem. So look, this is what we're about to do. We're about to all turn into Kareem.
Oh, man, go ahead.
We're about to all turn into this brother. We're going to walk like, I want y'all to see how Kareem walking on the walk real quick. Okay, on three. Are you ready? Yeah. Y'all.
Bet that.
Bet that.
Yeah,
Bet that. We can go with the bet that. Are y'all ready?
Bet that.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Hey, quick story, something that Chad said. Chad said a lot of phenomenal things. Can we give him quick story, I was in high school. I ran track in high school. And I'm in the if you know anything about track meets, you're waiting all day just to run one race. So we just used to be silly. So I'm in the bleachers. And a buddy of mine, this guy named Willie, was hilarious. Some people was just funny just because, right? So I was trying to get this young lady's attention and I didn't know her name, so I said, hey Willie, what's her name? And he told me something like Jessica. And she was like probably where my man Richard is right here, she's that close. I was like, Jessica! 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 And she's like this. She didn't flinch. I'm like, what the hell? What's wrong with this? I look over at Willie and he's cracking up laughing. He gave me the wrong name. So I'm hollering out Jessica, but that's not her name. So she did not flinch. So if I say, no, you a bitch ass nigga. Why I gotta be? I just gave you the lesson. He failed. He failed. You gotta be cold. You suck ass. Punk ass nigga. I was walking down the street one day, and I used to work downtown DC, and I worked in mental health for a long time. And so you be walking downtown, and you don't know who's walking in the crowd. And it's lunchtime, and I'm thinking about Potbelly. I don't know if you had a sandwich from Potbelly before, but it's glorious, right? So I'm thinking about Potbelly, and as I'm walking, the crowd outside is lunchtime. People are going both directions. And I'm beeline thinking about the rep. The rep is like turkey and roast beef and all that, right?
That's that one.
And a woman is this close to me, and she turns and says, "Fuck you!" I don't know this lady. I don't know her from nowhere. Right? Guess what everybody did? It was crowded outside. Everybody stopped. What'd I do? I want a pot belly. I'm thinking about this lady. Now think about what this looks like from a distance. From a distance, if you hear something like that and you turn and look, if I would have stopped to say anything to this lady, are you okay? And I start engaging with her. What are you thinking from a distance and you see that?
That you did.
What did he do to her?
Right.
Now they're gonna start asking her, "Are you okay?" Right. They're gonna come to her rescue. I'm the victim. But what does it look like when I keep moving and she's still standing there looking crazy?
They think you crazy.
What the hell wrong with that lady? She tripped. Anyway, that's none of my content, but I had to just give you all of that because Chad gave y'all such a glorious. That's not even my stuff. I gotta give you my content. You don't got time for this, Chad. It's your fault. This is a lesson on how you don't have to think about what nobody else is talking about. You don't have to worry about what nobody call you. Nigga, this, that, whatever. If it ain't you, it don't apply. You look like a gay faggot bitch motherfucker. It should go right through you. But people feel like, oh, you have to respect me, or you have to this and you have to that. Or else I gotta do what? Okay, anyway. So let's get into the content. This weekend, and a round of applause for the organizer. This brother here, man, see, I've known him 20 years, over 20 years, and from the very start of me knowing him, we actually are frat brothers. We were in the gym, I'm working out, I see the brand, I think it was the brand he had, go over, introduce myself, next thing you know, he invites me to one of his gatherings, and it's like, I don't know if y'all came out last night, but it was like that. I'm like, this brother right here, man, he's drawing the crowd. But he's been consistent. And we're going to talk about consistency. We're going to talk about that. But this weekend, we said, well, what's it going to be about? And there was a phrase that was going around, standing on business. Y'all heard that? Stand on business. And so that was put out there, and I think Black said, no, I don't think, standing on business kind of corny. And so we came up with standing on vision. Right? Standing on vision. Also, let me shout out, my family came out, y'all. My father's here in the back. When you talk about how we came to be, you can imagine a tic-tac going against a freight train every day. I was a tic-tac, that was a freight train. My uncle in the back, his brother. I was sitting on his lap at 5 years old, behind the wheel, doing like this. He was teaching me how to drive. I thought I was doing something. His son, my cousin, in the back. He's expecting he's going to be a father. He's married. He's a musician. I'm going to give him all his accolades, but I just wanted to shout them out. But anyway, standing on vision, I want to talk to you guys about how to do that. And I was trying to come up with topics, and strong, intelligent brother said, well, I want you to help me out as an alpha male. How do I stay focused? So I said, oh, wow, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into an alpha's vision. An alpha's vision. Some objectives I want y'all to get out of this. What is vision? What is vision? What is that? What is an alpha male? What's focus? What does that mean? How do you stay focused? How do you stay focused, right? And along the way, we're going to talk about being our best self. We've heard that a bunch of times this week, and we're going to keep hearing that. How do you become your best self? You're going to learn ways to reinvent yourself, recommit. Commit to a version of you that you haven't been yet. Recommit to the version of you that you want to be. We keep looking around and we seeing people that's just like in high positions and they falling off. It's like, man, how do you do that? You got millions of dollars, you got this, you got that. I think everybody in this room, everybody in the world is capable of falling off at any point. At any point. People say, I'm taking it one day at a time. No, brothers, it's one moment at a time. Because all it takes is one moment for you to lose it. Yeah. One moment is the difference between, yeah, oh man, we're good. Or I'm getting ready to, hey, Rashawn, it's the last time I'm gonna see you, bro. Right? It's a moment away. But sometimes I believe it's just that we forgot to recommit. Every day I gotta tell myself who I'm gonna be. Every day. When we leave work, oftentimes we come home and we're not the same version of ourselves that we were at work. We're at home, we're giving them the leftovers and the remnants. We gave our best self away at work. We have to recommit to who we're gonna be every day. We're gonna learn about that. We're gonna address our mental, our physical, emotional, our spiritual health departments. Everybody in here is a CEO. Everybody's a CEO of their own organization. Organization is your body, it's you. We all have mental health, gentlemen. Everybody. Everybody has physical health. These are our departments that's under our organization. Physical health department, mental health department, our social health department. Yes, we're supposed to be connected to other people. We're designed to be connected. That's why we got so many senses, so that I can see you, I can hear you, I can even smell. Doesn't smell too good over there. But we're supposed to be connected, gentlemen. We're supposed to have a social health department, a spiritual health department. Spiritual health department. We can't skirt around that. There is a department in us where we can tap into something that's outside of us. And we got to learn how to do it. We got to be able to draw on strength that's greater than us. As strong as Chad is, that brother is like Grant. He's not stronger than everything and anybody. Sometimes he needs something stronger than him to pull from. We got to be able to tap into that. And these are our health departments that we have to be intentional about. We're going to talk about being intentional. So those are the objectives. That's what I want y'all to get out of this thing. So I'm going to give y'all a couple of quotes from a guy who wrote a book that some of y'all probably got that every time I ask, did y'all read that book? They still haven't gotten it and read it. They got the book, it's got dust on it. They haven't cracked it open. Carl Reed, did you read the book?
Yours.
See what I'm saying? Your book? Oh, nah. Yeah.
I did read yours.
You read mine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's this quote say? Discomfort. Read that for me.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Discomfort is at the emergence of any change process. Otherwise, why would you change?
Otherwise, why would you change? We were talking about being uncomfortable throughout the weekend. Man, you guys, and a round of applause for yourselves, man. Thank y'all for being here. Because for many of you, it is uncomfortable. This is discomfort. You're uncomfortable because this is not what you do. You would prefer to be home chilling right now in your bed. You say, you know what, I'm gonna get uncomfortable and I'm gonna do something different. But that's how you get to change. That's how you get to change. You gotta be so uncomfortable that you wanna do something about it. Discomfort is a stream that flows into vision. So what we're talking about now is how do you get to vision? How do you get there? You gotta be able to see, but you gotta be so uncomfortable that you wanna see something different in your life. It flows from discomfort into vision. Vision is acquired by nothing less than simply pivoting your current position to acquire an alternative viewpoint. It's another quote from a good book. Nothing less than simply pivoting your current position. It's going from one position and saying, let me do like this. Oh man, now my vision changed. It's different from doing like this. So I have to have the courage to say, well, let me just do like this so I can see something different. When you're uncomfortable and have acquired an improved vision of yourself, you are at the genesis of motivation. So I came up with this quote. It's an equation that says discomfort plus vision equals motivation. people try to figure out, how do you even become motivated? I hear that a lot. I'm not very motivated. Well, you gotta be uncomfortable first. Some people don't even realize that they're supposed to be doing something different because they used to the shitty smell. Oh, man, I come in, what is this? Oh, I'm used to that. You don't even know you're supposed to be doing something different. Recognize when you're not supposed to be in a situation so that you can see yourself out of that situation. You got to be able to envision yourself out of that situation so you can do something about it. That's a little bit about vision. So then this term alpha male came, we've been hearing that a lot. A lot of times we hear things in society and it becomes catchy and everybody just starts using it. I don't really like the term alpha male. I don't really like it because I don't think it's an all-encompassing really word that to describe what people are thinking about. When you first think about it, hold up, you go back. First time I'm using this clicker that my brother gave me. This clicker's kind of whack. Let me see if I can get this to play. When you think about alpha, you think about something like that. Think about a lion, roar. Okay.
In the vast expanse.
Well, that could be what an alpha looks like. All right, now the click is going to act stupid.
Perilous pursuit of a buffalo.
Pardon the technical, my ignorance of his laptop and his clicker.
Can I get out of it?
Yeah,
Uh-oh, practice escape.
you gotta hit escape. You need a Mac, bro. This can't happen every time I need to go to a video, bro. Okay. This one right here looks familiar. Oh, it must be an alpha. A big, husky dude that's strong. He must be what an alpha looks like. When you think about an alpha male, what comes to mind? Give me some feedback. Strong, confident, dominant,
Assertive.
leader,
Leader of the pack.
the leader of the pack, assertive. Now, when you're the leader of the pack, do you have to be the most vocal?
No.
Do you have to be the loudest,
No.
Strongest.
strongest, most accountable? Okay, so we're gonna get into it. I'm learning this joint. But what about this? Two big dudes wrestling and fighting. Watch me, how you try to stun them real quick. That's how you try to give him a noogie. My man said, get on. Right? But when I think about alpha, and I think about a good depiction of it in the movies, this is what comes to mind for me. Who's that? Caesar. I love Caesar. Caesar has some qualities that we're going to get into. You think about an alpha, it's got to be intelligent. It's got to be intelligent. Intelligence is not about how much information you know. It's about your capacity to garner information, right? It's your capacity. But it's also how you survive. It's how you survive. Because you can be strong, you can be smart, but if you're making stupid moves and getting yourself killed, you're not too intelligent. But intelligence is at the top. You stand on principle. You stand on principle. You're not wavering back and forth. You stand on your principle. Use your resources. As men, we got to understand how to use resources. And our resources are our people that we're connected to. In this room right now, there are so many people that have businesses that's just doing big things. if y'all leave this weekend and don't make some connections with brothers, we fail. If y'all leave this weekend and don't get connected to somebody that can improve your business or what it is that you're trying to do, when we got people that make gold, people that do tattoos, people that do construction, people that do real estate, we got, you name it, it's here. We even got a yoga master. This brother do yoga classes. If you want to learn how to stretch and all of that, get with my brother, right? But you also got to have vision. That's why it's important that we started off with vision, because you have to have vision. You have to be able to see everybody winning. That's what attracts people to an alpha, is you're unselfish. When I looked at Rashawn, I'm like, man, this brother is unselfish. He's about everybody winning. A vision of freedom. A vision of freedom, what does that mean? We want to free up. I look at this world like the Matrix, man. I'm trying to unplug people. I'm trying to unplug people. We can't just stay stuck into this system that's in place and not understand how to work the system and unplug yourself from it. So an alpha is trying to free people up, free up your mind. A vision of unity. A vision of unity. I heard a brother say, man, I don't usually speak when I see people in the community, but today I did. I said, good morning. I'm gonna challenge you. One of my brothers, Kari, he's good at that. I mean, random people on the street, oh, hey, good brother. He just, well, his thing is black man. He go, what's up, Spencer? If you black, he gonna make sure you know you black. You might have forgot. Oh, what's up, black man? Oh, yeah, I am black. That's my brother. A vision of unity. Another thing, family man. He's a family man. I gotta put in the physical fitness. You're an alpha, you tell you something. Brothers, if you're not health conscious, if you're not about your physical health, you need to get on it. You need to get on it. You need to get on it. The greatest weapon that you can have as a leader, as a husband, as a father, is to be what it is that you want them to be. You can't do that just by what you say. They got to see it. And I'm going to show you how I do that every day. And he went hard on it for his beliefs. He went real hard.
Doc, can you hit high and take that away?
Okay. Thank you, bro. See, you know his whack joint. You may not choose to lead yet, others will follow. This is another thing about an alpha. You don't have to choose. A lot of times you want to just sit back in the cut. I don't want this brother call me. I'm like, I'm trying to chill. Right? It's not something that you choose and it's going to happen. You're going to be put in position to lead. You're going to be put in position to lead. And if you're put in position to lead and you're uncomfortable with it, push through the discomfort. Push through it. So I really wanted to show y'all some examples of his intelligence, but in the interest of time, because this joint is not acting right, I'm not even going to show y'all the little video clips. But each video clip, actually, I want to show you this one. Stand no principle. My man said, no, you ain't going to beat me. This is another one, using your resources. Watch what he did, how he poured his resources in. It was a dude that thought he was the alpha when he first showed up, right? He thought he was the alpha. Watch how he carried my man. This is me freeing up Kari out the cage. Come on, man, get out. Come on, man, it's all right. Good. Oh, we about to lose it. Y'all got, look, we ain't got time to get into it. But man, go back and watch the joint.
That's kind of the age, right?
See, Kari, that was me freeing you in the cage,
It's like 2 or 3 of them.
It's another one that's out right now. I think that's probably like the 4th.
Yeah.
This one, everyone wins. This brother was intelligent based on being given some drugs. His mother was given some drugs and he was born into the intelligence. But he said, you know what? I want everybody to be like me. He even freed up the dude, the bully dude. Everybody. He said, I want all of y'all to win. So he took the medicine and gave it to everybody. Freedom. He freed everybody up, even this ugly dude. Freed him up. Everybody getting out. I wish I could show all y'all this joint. This one right here, I want y'all to see this one. This is good. Unity. See, why you free up the dumb dude? This Rashawn sitting next to me. Why you get Rocket the cookie? Y'all need to write that quote down. Eight's a long week, eight together strong. Hey, look. That's us, man. We can't do it by ourselves. Physical fitness. My man climbed a little redwood tree. I'm going to show you how hard he go. Alright, man, the whole thing is jacked. Anyway, I'm getting the rest of my presentation. But y'all get the drift of some qualities of an alpha and what that means, right? So, what does it mean to become intentional? Well, you got to be aware of yourself. If you want to learn yourself, go on Amazon, put in Dr. Robert Evans III. All of my books come up, and intentionality will come up. It's a workbook all about self-awareness to help you to learn you. But you're going to have to actually do the work to learn you. You want to know, well, why? What is it that I feel guilty about? And why am I feeling like this? Right? What is my motivation? What is my passion? What is my purpose? What makes me angry all the time? What are my triggers? How do I deal with triggers? Right? Let me go back to that real quick. After you're aware of all of these things, then you must have a desire. What is it that you want? Buddy of mine, he called me up, he said, man, he was dealing with some cancer. And he finally got news that it was a scare, it wasn't, malignant, he was good. He wanted to go tell his wife about it. And he said, I'm gonna take out to lunch and I'm gonna tell her the good news. So we're in the gym and he's upset, frustrated, and I said, what's going on? He said, yeah, man, I ain't telling her nothing. I said, why not? She pissed me off. Pissed you off? So you're not gonna take her out to lunch? Nah. You're not gonna tell her the good news? Nah. How many of us do that? No, don't lie. How many of you have a decision that you want to do something, but because of your feelings and your emotion, you don't do it? Okay. It gets in the way all the time, right? But to be intentional, what we have to do is understand there's two things that stop us from being intentional, our emotions and our distorted thinking. It's the thoughts that pop in your head. She don't deserve that, man. She just now wasting my damn time. I ain't calling her, right? By the time I was finished with her, he took her out to lunch and told her. You really wanted to tell her this good news, bro. You don't want to not tell her because you're mad right now. The feeling is going to pass. Something else we're going to talk about is how to dominate your feelings and not allow them to dictate your behavior. So how do you stay focused on vision? How do you stay focused on your vision that you come up with? How do you stay focused on that? To stand on vision, you got to remain focused. To remain focused, you got to be consistent. Consistency comes from commitment. What does that mean? Self-commitment, gentlemen. Something that Chad also talked about. He said, when I say I'm going to do something, it's done already. That's commitment. How many of us in here have trouble with committing? I should see a whole lot of hands. A lot of people that have trouble with committing. The first person you got to commit to is yourself. Part of the issue is you haven't committed to yourself, and that's why it's hard to commit to other things. When you commit to yourself, some things are going to happen. We're going to go into what happens when you commit to yourself. But what does self-commitment look like? How many weeks in a year?
52.
Only one person knows it's 52 weeks a year? How many weeks in a year?
52.
How many days are in a year?
365.
So, for the last 223 consecutive weeks, since March 21st, 2020, I've exercised. For the last 223 weeks consecutive, no weeks off. Since March 21st, 2020. What day was March 21st, 2020? The shutdown. At that time, I was exercising about 3 days a week. And when Hogan shut down Maryland, that meant Planet Fitness and Goals was shut down. And typically, when things like that happen, what do people do?
Take a break.
Oh man, that must mean it's vacation time. Oh man, sweet. Now I have an excuse not to exercise. On that day, I said, instead of conditioning myself in a time of crisis to take a vacation or to take a break, I'm going to step it up. I'm going to condition myself during times of adversity to go harder and not soft. So I said, now I'm going to exercise every day. So I started exercising every day. I was going outside, running on the concrete, which is miserable to me. That was the beginning of my book, Run to the Pain, where I'm like, wait a minute. I learned how to mentally realign myself. Because what was happening during those mornings when I wanted to get up to go exercise? What you think I was going through? Because I got to get ready to go out on this hard concrete. What was going on?
Knees.
Regret.
Knees.
My knees. Excuses. What was going on in my head? I don't want to do that. I was literally telling myself while I was running, bro, you ain't got to do this to yourself. These are words I was using. Bro, why are you doing this? At a point in the run, I started to pick up pace. At the end of the run, that was the most miserable moment. Because at that point is when my brain started to kick in and say, bruh, slow down. Why are you getting ready to do this? And one day I realized, oh wow, I'm onto something here. Because in the middle of me telling myself not to do it, slow down, don't do this to yourself, my body started to pick up the pace. My body started to do exactly what I had been conditioned it to do, regardless of what my mind was saying. What was happening? Self-commitment. Because of the consistency, my body was conditioned before my mind was. I had tricked myself. It was like a hack. Because I kept doing it consecutively, my body said, I'm going to do it for you, bro. Don't even worry about what you're saying to yourself. So I'm saying, if it's something that you've been putting off because of the pain or whatever it may be, understand that you can condition yourself. You can change your comfort zone. You can change your comfort zone. And what's going to happen is your language is going to change. Because my language started to change. Because I stopped talking all that negativity to myself, and then I started to talk power to myself. Because I realized, oh wow, all I got to do now is trust my body. So that voice that was going off, I started cussing him out. I started telling him, shut up, bro. I don't know you. Sit down somewhere, right? Guess what? 240 consecutive days I've been doing push-ups since November the 1st, 2023. 240 consecutive days. Anybody in here I sent text messages to in the morning? One, two, a couple of people. I got receipts going back to November the 1st. And I started off doing 50 push-ups a day. Then I went to 100 and I started increasing by 10 every week. So now I'm at 235 push-ups a day. So then, in December 19, 2023, I added sit-ups to it. I'm like, man, I'm going to add sit-ups. So 192 consecutive days of push-ups and sit-ups. No days off. So this is one of the things that people start thinking about. Well, I was at the gym one day, a buddy of mine, he's hit or miss, he'll come every now and then. Crosby, not here today. I would say this in front of him. He said to me, you know, when life hit one day, man, because he would be falling off and he'd show up and I'm still there. So he started talking shit to me. Then one day, man, life might hit you. I said, hey, well, life hit me, brother, and you don't see me here, check the hospitals and check the morgue because that's how serious it is, right? It means that I'm physically incapable of it. That's the only way it's going to stop me, right? But what he doesn't know is during that stretch of 223 consecutive weeks, I've had COVID-19. That didn't stop me. I just couldn't go to the gym. I had to work out in my house. Somebody got receipts of me jumping rope. Is that you? Couple. Nerve pain prior to a root canal. Two things that will sit you down, gentlemen. One is a tooth.
Yeah.
Anybody ever had that before?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm talking about nerve.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the joint that connect all this right here.
Yeah.
I needed a root canal. I'm talking about your head is rocking. I had to deal with that. It didn't stop me. Back spasms. Anybody seen the kind of Jeep I got? I got 37 tires like this on the joint. So I thought I had been doing pretty good. I could just lift this tire real easy off the back of that Jeep. And it felt like a lightning bolt hit me in the back. Anybody ever had something like that?
Yep.
I'm talking about it felt like electricity, like on Back to the Future when that bolt came, it felt like that. It knocked me off my feet. I was on the ground, out of breath. I couldn't breathe. I had to literally crawl to my wife. I couldn't even call out her name. I made it to her office. She's like, what the hell's going on? I could not breathe. This happened multiple times. It didn't stop me. Now, let me tell you a secret though. All of this happened after I wrote my book, Run to the Pain, so I already had discovered some secrets about life and pain and adversity. I already discovered some things, but y'all gotta get the book to learn that. So, at this point, I already discovered it, so I already knew what I needed to do. I knew I needed to keep going. I knew I couldn't say, because my back is hurt and because I'm out of breath, then I'm gonna take a day off. No. And this is not about how I look or how strong I am or any of that kind of stuff. This is about mental and emotional health. And that's the thing that's going to keep you consistent in doing something like that. It's not going to be about how I want to look on the summertime, because once the summer's over with, it's over, right? This is about life. Both my shoulders were injured. I went to the doctor, found out I had arthritis, I had a little tear. I could barely lift my arm. This happened on both shoulders, still pushed through. Both knees were injured. I've had reconstructive knee surgery back in 1998. I still got the screws in there. And I hurt myself jumping over some crazy stuff. I was working out with a dude 10 years younger than me. And he had me doing these muscle ups and doing all this big, wild, crazy stuff. And I hurt my knees, but that didn't stop me. overnight stay in the hospital. My wife has had injuries. She's had hernia repairs where she had to stay over the night. And I'm in the hospital overnight with her and still got up, went and did my thing and came back. There's no stopping me. None. Why is that? Stop waiting for reasonable excuses not to do. Start looking for opportunities to get her done. We'll get an opportunity to not do, and it's a reasonable one. I mean, I got COVID-19. I can chill. I'm in the hospital. I can chill. I got a back spasm. I went to the chiropractor. I thought I had a broken rib. I don't understand. I don't think you understand how the pain that was going on. The chiropractor couldn't figure it out. He popped my back and did all this other stuff, and it was still there. What I realized was it was a muscle spasm. I needed my wife to get in there and really put some stuff in there. And I was like, oh wow, that's good. The whole time it was muscle.
You sure it wasn't broken or spinal? Mike Tyson?
Benefits of self-commitment. The number one thing that you can do, gentlemen, is trust yourself. Number one thing you can do is trust yourself. You learn self-trust by saying you're going to do something and doing it. And what that does is it builds credit within you. There's some guys in here right now that if somebody asks you, hey man, can you do such and such? You want to say, yeah, oh y'all can do that. In the back of your mind, you don't even believe it. In the back of your mind, you don't even know if you're going to do it because you don't even trust yourself. And that's a number one reason. That's one of the reasons why people fail to commit to things because they don't trust themselves. We're not going to trust my brother who this was about in our discussion because that was an intimate conversation we were having about failing to commit because I just don't trust me. But guess what? If you say to yourself right now, on those pieces of paper, I want you to write something down that you can commit to. It could be small. It could be big. But something that you can commit to that you're going to do every day without fail. Something that you're going to commit to that you can do every day without fail. Guess what? Some people are not writing because you don't even trust yourself to do it. But I want you to think about something that you can do every day without fail. And something different from what you've been doing, like maybe brushing your teeth, that don't count. Something that you can do every day. You build self-trust from self-commitment. You get to self-charge. I believe that people are divided into two things. Either you're a generator or you're a conductor. Conductors consume. And I believe most people are takers. Most people just consume. But then you have people who are generators. These are people that give energy all the time. They give it all the time. And for those people, a lot of times they get taken advantage of. They stretched out thin. They burn out. It's hard to say no. And a lot of times you're not surrounded by other generators. So you're getting drained out and you're not getting recharged. Nobody's pouring into you. You have to learn how to pour into you. Without fail. Without fail. That's why I get up and go every day before I do anything else. Before I pour into anybody else, I pour into me. I don't care how early I got to get up to do it. Last night I was in the house, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm up anyway this morning to go do me. My wife said, I got to get at the airport by 7 o'clock. Easy to drop me off in Baltimore. I'm going to calculate, okay, well, if I got to get you there by this time, then I got to get up by this time, I got to get up at 3 to go work out. Just calculate it that way. Decide something that you're going to do without fail and watch how it bleeds into other things in your life. Watch how other things it's easier for you to commit to. Self-charge, charge yourself up. Self-efficacy is your belief in your ability to complete a task. Some people don't believe that they can complete things, but if you say, I'm going to do this, and you keep doing it over and over again without fail, you're going to believe that you can do anything. I believe that if I want to do anything in the world, I can do it. If I say I'm going to do that, it's done. I get upset if I say I'm gonna do something and somebody check on me and see if I'm pissed off at you. If I say I'm gonna be there, don't call me and ask me am I coming. It's over with. I'm already there. It's going to decrease resentment. A lot of people build up resentment because they're doing for everybody else and not doing for them. So now you're pissed off. It gives me a whole lot of patience because I've already given to me. I got mine off the top. The church get their 10%. I get mine off the top. And then I give to other people. So I'm less resentful. Assign power to your feelings. Your feelings do not dictate your behavior. You have to assign power to your feelings. You have to give your feelings power. You have to say, you know what? I think I might respond to that. I talk about put a pin in your emotions. If your wife or your woman or your child or somebody says something to you, hits you in the gut, and you don't know what it is, it was a term that was going around in D.C. where people would call you fool. And that was like a term of endearment. They're like, hey, what's up, fool? Right? And if somebody says something to you like that and it hits you in the stomach, you're like, wait a minute, I didn't do this. I thought we was cool. I want you to put a pin in that feeling because you don't have to act on it right now. You can say, okay, that sounded like that. I might want to address that. But then I want you to inquire and I want you to collect data. I want you to collect information. Hey, man, you called me a fool, man. What you mean by that? Oh, no, man, that just means I love you, man. Oh, all right, we cool. We on the same page. Check in first before you, and then if they say, no, I meant that. I meant you was a sucker, fool, whatever. Then I can pull the pen out and say, okay, well, that means we don't need to be associates anymore, right? I can act on that after the fact, but you don't have to act on it right now. You get to assign that feeling. And how do you do that? Because every day you're doing something that you don't feel like doing. I don't feel like getting up every day. I didn't feel like getting up this morning. I was having a good time last night. I wanted to sleep this morning. But feelings don't dictate whether I'm going to get up. Feeling don't have nothing to do with it. I get up because I told myself I'm going to get up. Improve your credit with others. Once you stay committed and people see that you're committed, they start to believe you. If you at home and you getting up every day, like my wife already know what time it is. So my credit is good. Because she knows I'm a man of my word. If I tell myself I'm going to do something, I tell her I'm going to do something, it's over. So when you become that, others start to believe in you more. Improve intimate and professional relationships. Your relationships at work. Your performance at work. Everything in your life changes when you can become committed to yourself. Why do you get up every day? Why? Think about it. Why do you get up every day? If not for self-commitment, all else is here today and gone tomorrow. It's not, if you don't get up every day because you committed to yourself, everything else is fleeting. If it's a person, that person could be here today and gone tomorrow. If it's your job, that could be here today and gone tomorrow. That can't be your why. Your why has to be your self-commitment, your commitment to you. For me, it's not just my commitment to me, it's my commitment to God. Because I believe I'm here for a purpose. I believe I'm here for a purpose. And so me being my best self is honoring God. So that's my why. I challenge you to create your self-commitment as your why. Side note, instead of revolving your life around everything and everyone else, you need to revolve everything and everyone else around your life. What people do is they revolve their life around other people's schedule, what other people got going on, their job, and this and that. All of that dictates their life. But when you have a structure in your life that you say, I'm going to do this regardless of what's going on around me, these other things got to fit into that. You cannot make any more time. You must take the time. Some people say, I just don't have time. I said this earlier this weekend. We all get the same 24. I didn't even get into my responsibilities. I didn't get into none of that. I just tell you what I do for me. I take the time. The time is there, I'm taking it. I'm not waiting for it. You can't make no more. If somebody here can make time, please tell me about it. Because you're going to be on your way. You're going to be the next Chad. You can make time. Take the time, gentlemen, for yourself. Stop making up excuses and take the time for you. We all get the same 24. So that's really the end of my what I wanted you guys to get. There's a whole nother, I would love to give y'all some information, probably another time, on my cheat code. This is the name of my book, Emotional Cheat Code. This is gonna be the next book. Gotta put it out there so I can hold myself accountable and y'all hold me to it. Emotional Cheat Code is really, I put a lot of research, I got a whole movie that I created that pulls all of these schools of research together and put it in a book. But this is what I do when I go exercise. So it's not just about exercising. It's about what I do to improve me. That's why I'm committed to it, because it improves me. My emotional regulation. I prepare. If there's anybody in here that you pissed off with or you upset with and you like dreading having to see that person, I prepare for that meeting before I have it. I prepare for that every day. I commit to me every day. I redefine me and reinvent me every day. This is a serious opportunity for you to spend time with you. And it has to be done with exercise because you have to get your heart rate up. And I'll get into all of that another time. But that's the only way to really access what I'm talking about. I want you to create a simulation. Anybody know what a simulation is? They've been doing this for years. They would take monkeys and put them in situations like humans and get the results of it and say, this is what will happen with you if this goes on. We can literally do that with ourselves. We can put ourselves in a situation that hasn't happened yet, and we can practice for it. So that's just a little snippet of it. It's a lot of good information in there. I'm gonna save that, but there's a recipe for it. I don't know if y'all can, well, that's not even the whole thing, but anyway, it's all attached to your breathing. I'll get into that another time, but I really want y'all to just first start committing to yourself, and that's how you're gonna be able to stand on vision, gentlemen. That's my time.